Welcome to Pennsylvania in 1910, the industrial powerhouse of America, where furnaces roared day and night. Textile mills hummed with thousands of workers, and coal emerged from the earth to fuel a nation. This is a state at the peak of its power, where steel and silk, anthracite and railroads built the backbone of the modern age. Let's journey through 5 cities that defined this golden era, through historical photographs and archival records brought to life by the most advanced AI technology. We begin in Philadelphia. In 1910, Philadelphia stands as America's third largest city, with more than 1.5 million souls, a vast metropolis where diversity and industry meet. The Washington Avenue Immigration Station processes roughly 50,000 newcomers each year, Italians, Russians, Poles, and Jewish families fleeing persecution, all drawn by the promise of work. The city skyline is marked by textile mills, machine shops, and the Pennsylvania Railroad's massive Broad Street station, where hundreds of trains arrive and depart each day. The factories never sleep. Baldwin Locomotive Works forges enormous steam engines. Carpet factories in Kensington weave rugs for the world, and shipyards along the Delaware River build vessels for international trade. Women work in garment factories, men tend the blast furnaces, and children, far too many children, labor in the mills. Philadelphia is known as the workshop of the world, and the title truly fits. No other city produces such a wide variety of goods, from precision tools to fine textiles, from railroad cars to candy. Then we come to Pittsburgh. In 1910, the city is often described as hell-made productive. More than 60% of America's steel flows from the mills that surround it: Homestead, Braddock, Duquesne, and McKeesport. The sky glows orange at night from blast furnaces that never cool, and by midday the smoke is so dense that street lights burn even during the day. More than 500,000 people live here, drawn by the promise of work in Andrew Carnegie's former empire, now part of the powerful U.S. Steel Corporation. But the city is building something new here. Dense neighborhoods climb the hills above the rivers, rows of brick row houses, boarding houses, and crowded tenements stacked along steep streets. Streetcars rattle through soot-darkened avenues, carrying workers between the mills and the markets. Churches, ethnic halls, and union meeting rooms anchor tight-knit communities shaped by language and origin. Downtown, banks and office towers rise in stone and steel, signaling ambitions that reach beyond the furnaces. Pittsburgh is becoming a modern city, rough, improvised, and unequal, yet permanent, deeply rooted, and expanding quickly. Allentown has transformed from an iron town into America's silk capital. By 1910, more than 20 silk mills are operating here, with the magnificent Adelaide Silk Mill employing 1,900 workers, mostly women and girls whose nimble fingers tend the whirring looms. The Lehigh Valley attracts manufacturers fleeing labor troubles in Paterson, New Jersey, and they find inexpensive labor here. Immigrant families desperate enough to send their daughters, some barely teenagers, to work 12 hours a day. The mills hum with possibility and exploitation in equal measure. Polish, German, and Italian families crowd into row houses near the factories. The silk they produce, dress fabrics, ribbons, and scarves, helps clothe America's growing middle class. D. George Dairy, known as the Silk King, controls 14 mills across Pennsylvania, building a fortune on the backs of workers who earn only a fraction of what their male counterparts make. Yet Allentown is prospering, and the city's population rises to nearly 52,000 as new immigrants arrive, each seeking a share of the American dream. Scranton sits atop a sea of anthracite, the hardest, purest coal in the world. In 1910, nearly 130,000 people call this city home, and most depend for their livelihood on what lies beneath their feet. Miners descend into the darkness each morning, working in tunnels where a single spark can mean disaster. Breaker boys, some as young as 8 years old, sit hunched over conveyor belts, picking slate from coal, with hands that turn black and bloody. But the city is building something here as well. Modest houses and brick duplexes spread across the Lackawanna Valley, packed tightly between rail lines and mine entrances. Main Street fills with shops, saloons, and company stores, while streetcars connect the hilltop neighborhoods with downtown. Church steeples rise above the rooftops, Catholic, Methodist, and Orthodox, each anchoring a different immigrant community. Scranton is becoming a fully formed coal city, dense, divided, and resilient, built directly above the darkness that sustains it. Reading in 1910 is a place where railroads converge and industries thrive. The Philadelphia and Reading Railroad, one of the nation's most powerful carriers, gives this city of 96,000 both its name and its nerve center. The massive railroad depot dominates downtown, a cathedral of commerce where freight and passenger trains come together. Coal from the anthracite fields passes through on its way to Philadelphia, while the city's own factories produce everything from hardware to textiles, from pretzels to beer. Away from the rail yards and factory floors, Reading takes shape as a livable city. Tree-lined neighborhoods spread outward from downtown, filled with brick row houses and modest homes for railroad and factory families. Trolley lines tie the city together, carrying residents between the mills, the depots, and streets lined with shops, theaters, and beer halls. German and Polish communities shape daily life through churches, schools, and social clubs, giving Reading a distinctly Central European character. Confident and orderly, the city feels stable, an industrial hub that believes its prosperity will last. And that is Pennsylvania in 1910. A state burning with ambition, built by the hands of millions who came seeking better lives. From Philadelphia's workshops to Pittsburgh's inferno, from Allentown's silk mills to Scranton's coal mines, from Reading's railroad junction to the countless other towns that made this Commonwealth great, this was the moment when Pennsylvania truly powered America. If you could step into one of these cities at the height of its industrial strength, which one would you choose? Leave a comment and let me know which state or city you want to explore next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hopefully, until the next one.